Every year, people from around the world are drawn to Ontario's Algonquin Park. They come for an experience that lasts just a few minutes, but it can have a lifetime impact. It's the sound of wild wolves howling. And how to make it happen is part of the fun. Here's our Christina Stevens.
It sounds like the call of the wild, but in this case, it's mere mimicry. Park naturalists trying to locate a wolf pack along the highway which cuts a swath through Ontario's Algonquin Park.
2 nights ago they had a response here, and then we had them out there and they were spotted.
Chief Park Naturalist Rick Stronk says it's enough of a response to invite the public out the next night to hear the eerie cry for themselves.
What we just had now was one adult calling, and then over on here we think that was a pup that was responding.
The hope is that the wolves will remain in the same area. That's because researchers here have learned that they'll leave young pups in one location, a rendezvous point, head out and hunt, and then come back to the same place.
With that in mind, 1,500 people gather in the hushed dark for a common purpose. Expectations are high, even though there are no guarantees. 7-year-old Sydney Field has tried this twice before.
The first night it poured, and tonight we're hoping to hear some wolves.
Her mom, Anna Field, says the chilling howl is worth multiple attempts.
It's kind of like the call of the loon. It's just haunting and beautiful.
No response, a letdown that can be felt throughout the crowd.
Yeah, kind of disappointing.
And for some of the hundreds gathered, the silence was in itself an experience.
The silence is deafening, and it's nice to be quiet for a change.
Since its inception in 1963, over 150,000 people have taken part in howls. For some, like Kathy Sanderson, it changed their lives.
I was here 40 years ago this week as a little kid, and one pup wolf answered. And it was one of the events that kind of sent me down the path of biology.
While these guys certainly sound like pros, park naturalist Sophie Mazawida says anyone can put out the call.
It's whatever's comfortable for you. So whether you sound like a little schoolgirl or the big alpha male wolf, yeah, it's whatever's comfortable.
Ah, the much anticipated moment of truth. Gee, no response to my amazing effort. Just imagine that. Other first-timers fare much better.
It is always magical. It's always so special because you know that those are wild wolves and that they're communicating and that they're communicating with you as well.
But what are they saying?
They're using it to either say, I'm over here, where are you? But there's also an element of howling, which is saying, hey, this is our territory and you're not welcome over there.
Understanding wolves is the serious side of the howls. These are eastern wolves unique to this area. With fewer than 36 packs in the park, the total population is only about 200. Though naturalists believe the population is stable, the howls, along with other tools like radio collars, help with research on which the species' survival depends.
What are the causes of death? What's the pup survival like? So there's been a whole range of just kind of how do they go about making a living here?
They're also studying the effects of hybridization. It seems some of the wolves have been mixing with coyotes.
They're trying to figure out whether the mixing happened in the past, whether it's still ongoing, and if it is, how long will the eastern wolf exist?
The eastern wolf is listed as an animal of concern because we need to understand that for the long-term viability.
Naturalist Justin Peters says their research is leading the pack in North America.
And we've learned a lot of what we know about wolves in general right here in Algonquin Park.
And that's important to naturalists who are hoping the experience of hearing the call of the wild will still happen for generations to come.
It doesn't really wear off, that effect, every single time. It's pretty amazing, and there's no other sound that's really quite like it.
There's something almost magical about hearing the single wolf response. Very mournful and almost lonely sounding to it.